Hey guys, it's Christine with Indigo Wings Healing. I am just doing a really quick energy update for February 11th through about February 7th through 11th, the 12th. I'm a little late this week, very late this week, honestly, getting this weekly out to you, and so I'm just going to keep it really short. I've had traveling spouse and minorly sick children, but they've been home from school, and so it's just kind of I'm behind on things. It's all good. It's fine. But I did want to get this out for you guys. So as always, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest. If it doesn't resonate, it's not the message for you, no big deal. If you're interested in getting a reading from me, please check out the information in the description box below. All of the information will be down there for you. And, please, if you like this video, if you like the reading, please hit the like button, share the video, subscribe. I will be giving away a free Skype reading, a 1-hour Skype reading, once I hit 2,000 subscribers. So, just keep the subscribes coming so that I can do that giveaway for you guys. So, I'm sure I'm forgetting 5 million things, but like I said, I'm going to keep this quick. So the energy for the feminine, and just like a little, if you're new to my channel, this spread that I'm doing, this is my mini twin flame reading. So if you're checking out my website, this is what you would be ordering if you get a mini twin flame spread. And actually, before I do before I even as I was shuffling the cards and before I started concentrating on anything, this card came out, Choose Your Battles. And I really felt strongly that that was a message that needed to be shared. And I really think that this is just an important message in general, choose your battles, right? But I feel like over the course of the next few days, in particular for those who are watching this message, this is something that you need to hear. Choose your battles. Just be mindful of your words. Be, if there is a person, soulmate, twin flame, whatever you want to call it, but if there's a person and you are in some sort of relationship with them, or you're in some sort of something with them, and if you're watching this video for a reason, basically, and you have communication with them, I just feel like this card came out because you need to see it, and I feel like some things just they're just not worth fighting about. So I wanted to make sure that I mentioned that. Okay, so the cards that come up for the feminine, we have success and growth, and we have clarity of belief. And so I feel like this card just came up in reading I did, one of my general readings, and I want to say it was one of the last two, maybe the one that I did for the separation reading. I would have to go look. But it's that same message. The feminine is facing away from the masculine twin, and because this is a general reading and it's not focused on separation. I'm sorry for any background noise. My dog is hanging out with me, so he can be kind of noisy. This is just like she's just focused on herself and her energy and what she needs to do. And as she does that, she is succeeding on what she needs to succeed on. And she's growing in the way that she needs to grow. We have clarity of belief. And I feel like as she's going through this period of success and growth, I feel like, she's really, she's on this path of new beginnings, and she's really taking the time to think about where she stands on certain issues and what she values, and I feel like a lot of feminine energies are really spending time thinking about how they value themselves, probably thinking about that needs to increase. And I feel like in this card there is this man is holding his hand out, there's a butterfly, and he's letting it go, his hand on his heart. I feel like there's feminine, this isn't everybody, but there are feminine energies out there that they're letting something go. They're letting it go with love, but there's something they're letting go of. And that's okay. It's something that they need to do right now. The clarifying card that I pulled here is the Star. And, as a clarifier card, what I'm getting from this is just that this is the feminine focusing on herself, letting go of something. She's on the right path. This is a good time for the feminine. She's doing what she needs to do, and it's the path she needs to be on. The energies for the masculine right now, we have trust and sadness and isolation. And, I feel like the masculine is kind of going through a lot right now. And, I feel like he is kind of, really, both of these cards to me are showing, being in a place of surrender, of just letting things be what they are right now. But I also feel like with this sadness and isolation, there is this sense of feeling alone and loneliness, especially if the feminine is focused on her own stuff. I feel like a lot of the masculine twins are not used to that at all. What's interesting, the clarifying cards that I pulled here, I got the Four of Fire and the High Priestess, and I feel like these clarifier cards are for, so the Four of Fire is about, that happy home life, and being in that place of contentment and peace and abundance. And, I feel like, for some of the masculine, they, are having to surrender to the idea of that they will get their Four of Fire, that will come to them. They're just having to surrender to where things are right now. There's some that are in this place of sadness and loneliness because they feel like, with their divine feminine focusing on other things, they feel like they've maybe lost this. But then there's some who I feel like they are in a committed relationship. They have a family. They have, a relationship. And I feel like their intuition is telling them that they kind of have to surrender to what their current reality is before they, they just have to accept where they're at right now, or do something about it. That they kind of have to, I don't want to say they have to accept that they have this sadness and isolation, but, almost like they have to take a leap of faith and, you know, do something kind of daring and different and trust the universe, you know, if they want to change that lonely isolation that they're feeling. So there's a lot of messages that were coming in for me for this particular card. Now, this one was what really was interesting for me. So the combined energy, I got coming together, and then I got rebuild. And what I'm getting is that this is really a period, I think, for both the divine masculine and the divine feminine. You know, before you can come together, you have to, you know, be broken down to your foundation, and you have to rebuild. So things are happening to break you down in order so you can be built back up, and you know, build something that is stronger than what it was before. And the clarifying card that I pulled here is the Two of Water. And so this is, you know, if you've been following my channel for a while, this is my twin flame card. And, you know, for time's sake, I'm not going to get into all the reasons why, you know, we readers have, you know, our own personal meanings for different cards. And so this card is, you know, that sacred connection, that divine connection. And you know, and I feel like a lot of you, the masculine and the feminine, you know that there is something, you know, for those of you that this reading resonates with, you know that there is a deeper meaning to this connection. But and you're not looking at it with this frivolousness of, you know, like this happily ever after, we have to be, you know, we're going to be together no matter what kind of romance. Like, this is like, no, like, we need to have a solid foundation, and it's being, like, things are being brought down to the very bottom right now. Like, for some of you, like, you're hitting rock bottom so that you can build from the ground up. You know, and for some of you, you may feel like this is like the worst point ever, but it's not. You know, this is how you establish what it is that you're looking for. My dog's going to start barking at me in a minute here, so I'm going to speed through this. So the final card for the near future is well-deserved reward. And so you're going to move into something, you know, something's going to come together for that's going to, you know, and I don't know if this is going to be like an action. I don't know if this is going to be a conversation. I'm not sure what this is exactly, but I feel like the hard work and where you've been at is going to, something's going to come together for you where you feel like, okay, all this hard work is finally paid off. Hey, Bear, come here. Come. And the clarifying cards that I pulled here are Justice and the Lovers, the other, you know, major card in the deck that signifies, you know, a destined love relationship. I mean, that's not the only meaning behind the Lovers, but that's what I'm getting in this case. And, you know, so I do feel like there's going to be something that makes you feel like, okay, this was, you know, this was worth it. You know, something's going to happen. I don't want to say it was like huge, but you're going to feel, I'm trying to think of the word. I don't want to say justified, but like, you're going to feel like at least like everything you've been going through wasn't for nothing. You know, something's gonna happen. Sorry about his bark. His bark's so loud. Come here, bud. Come. I just gotta read 2 more cards. Come here. Come on. Here, come here. Okay, so the cards that came up for surrender cards are surrender to rest and sleep. And this card says to prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. So I do think for some people, some of you might be feeling still a little bit of lingering effects of that blue moon eclipse. And some of you just in general from your situation might be feeling really burned out and tired. It's okay to rest and sleep and do what you need to do to take care of yourself. The next card though is surrender stubbornness. And I feel like that fits nicely with that pick your battles. If you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. So keep that in mind as well as you go through these next few days. So that's all I've got for you guys. I will be back in a few days with the next weekly reading. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for all the likes and comments. I appreciate them so much, and I do read them all. I do try to respond when I can. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys all soon. Have a great week.